All right, so welcome. Okay, so today we're just talking about Microsoft Word, these basic tools that we need in the office while you're working. So Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and AI prompting. Just a simple thing I'll just show for this video while we are working. All right. Okay, so we don't have much people inside here, but I'll just have to do it anyway. Okay. So what we have to do now is if you have Microsoft Word installed on your system, you just need to just click on it and start using it for work. All right. So I'll just show you the basic. Now the main class is to start in September. By next week, September, the main class will start. Now today is just a webinar that is to show you how these things work, how you work, how you interact with these things in the office, the beginner steps. So when we are registered into the class, you now have to do everything fully, and it's a live class, solely online. There's no physical class for it. All right. So I will share my screen now. All right. So we have this already. Just minimize this, then go to my Microsoft Word Office. Hide this. So double click to open. So Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slide, AI prompting, and your basic computer. What is computing? All right. So today I'll just jump into the Microsoft Word first. Now, why you are seeing this is that I've worked on this already. So that's why you're seeing this that just popped immediately. But initially, when you're starting, I can click here to save straight to my system. So, but when you're starting, you always have this file part. Okay, so when you're starting, you always have your page like this. The home page is always like this. All right. So from here, you just click on your new blank. Now, I'll just explain this part for you to understand, and I will not push for that. Now, I have this landing page like this. Always call it landing page process. So your home page, which is like this, then you can create with AI. You know, these days now we have more of AIs, AIs, AIs. So create with AI, you can create with template. If you want to start a project or a document, you want to start a new document, you click on the new. Now you click on open if you have a document already that you have already done and you just want to use it to start working. You click on open, and that open, if you click on it, you can see already made document. Now, where did you save your document? Is it on your OneDrive? Is it in this your PC, that your local machine? Or do you have a place you want to add it to? Maybe your Google Docs or somewhere, or you want to browse where you have stored it. So this is how you just work with it now. Also have share. You can share as PDF, as Word document. You can upload your documents in your OneDrive to share it. All right, so let's go back. I'll close this, go back to my file. Okay, go back to my file. Then the info is info about your page. What are you working on? So what you're working on, this is the info of the page here. So you have the info. You can add your comment. You can add a tag to it. You can save as, and the rest. Okay, so we'll go back to the home, click on blank document. When you click on blank document, you tend to have all these things there. So today I'll just do a short video. So when just like an introduction. Now when you now get into the class, the course will have to teach properly from beginner to everything from scratch. Okay, so just an introduction today. So here you come here, you have a file. Okay, close here, you have a home. Now up here is your menu bar. You have your menu bar here. Then at the middle, I'm going to drag this down. Okay, so at the middle here we have our ribbons. So in the ribbons, we now have the ribbons are grouped. Now see some values here, some names here, add-ins, WPS PDF, output conversion, AI tools, library, style, paragraph, font. So we now have groups for each of the ribbons. All right. So with this now, we can easily make text, type documents, or maybe you have gotten to your AI, you have gone to any of the AI tool, it has written everything for you. You just pick it, copy it, and paste it right here, then format it to a proper document. You cannot just use everything the AI has given you. AI can just give you a concept that you have to use. So you bring it in, read through, edit, then share. So that gives you an edge over others rather than just copying everything from the AI and straight you're using it. You don't do it that way. Okay. So for a quick class, you can come here and type something. I say cost. I say, all right. So I have these values like this. Boom. It came out. Now I have these values just for a quick view so everybody will see it. Okay. So for this, I have my text already written. I've written my text and everything there. Now I want to change, like say I copied from my AI or I finished typing, I just want to do some adjustment. I want to add a header here. I want to change some colors. I want to do some things here. So what I would actually do is I will just come here. Maybe I want to make this part my header. I can bring this one down. Click on enter key. The enter key takes it down. Okay. Your enter key takes you to the next point. Now I can just come here, highlight this. All right, click, make it bold if I want to. So I can make it bold. All right. So once you make it bold, I can now click on this part to change my font. So my font size, I can get it from here. Okay, so this is my font size. So after fixing my font size, I can come here and say, okay, this value here, I want to make it um, a full capital letter. Now, for me to make a full capital letter, I will just come here. Now, this is a format. You can clear your format, then change it to uppercase. Okay, so once I change it to uppercase, fine. I have it as uppercase. But right now, it is looking like it's from the left part. So from the left part, I just want it to be centered. Okay, so right now, I've centered it. Now we have it this way. Okay, so that is how you just create. I've formatted this this text right now, having a header, having a text, having another text. Okay, so in here I can go further and say I just want to make this another color. I can come here, change my font color to maybe red or something, maybe just to get people's attention. I can use that. So with that, I've formatted my text very easily. And I've just done that with changing the color of my text. I can still come here and say, okay, after changing the color, I want to make it italicized. I want to make it italics. So immediately I've made it italics. Okay, so with this now, I'm able to now set my text, formatted it to something that people will see and will like, or something I'm trying to explain. Okay, so by the time somebody sees this, knows that okay, it is an attention message. The person will actually go there and pick it. That is a way we use text formatting immediately in Microsoft Word. You know, some people might not know it, some people knows it. It's not everybody. I will not say everybody knows it all at once. Okay, so that's for text. We still have others. I might not be able to show you everything because it's just a short class to explain so many things. All right, so once you're done with this, I can come here. Um, then I can come here. Maybe I say, come here, put a list of items I want to get. I just say list of items. So list of items to get. Then I can say oranges, apples, say washing machine. All right, so these are a typical example of list of items I need. Now, items and the value, they are looking the same. What I could just do is highlight it, make it bold. Fine. So I've separated the subtopic from the list of items I need. So I can come here. Now, if I have it this way, I want it to be like a bullet. And for me to do that, there's what we call ordered list. Ordered list. So what I'm using here is I want to use an unordered list. Now, once you highlight, you can click on this part, this bullet part. So we have different formats of the bullets. Okay, so you can pick any one you like. All right, so let's say I pick this. Good. You can see that I've formatted this text to something that is nice. When somebody sees it, it's like, okay, fine, this is actually good. Okay, so here's how you use your text. Then you can also add images. You can get your images from different places. You can come here to pictures. So come down. Now when you click on it, click on it twice, then you move down. Now, this is a way you can actually do this. Now you can also come here, put in images. I can pick images from my device. While it's loading, I can come here. So we have images here. Like say I pick this, open this to pick one of these laptops images. Okay, let's pick this, insert, click on insert. Boom. Now we have this image inside. Okay. Now this image moved to this because it's big, move to the next page. Now, if once you reduce it, it can be taken to the other part. Okay. So this is a simple way you can add image to your document. Add images to your document, talk about the image if you want to. All right. So these are the ways you can. Now, when you are making your images bigger or smaller, you don't go from the side. You don't go from the sides or the top from this part. You don't go from this side. You go from the edges. Okay. So you go from the edges to actually make your images bigger or smaller. You don't go, if you go from the side, you squash the image. You can see you squash the image. So Control Z to return back to normal. So these are the shortcuts you are actually going to learn in the class, in the upcoming classes. All right, so this is just a simple thing we just did. So added image, you can now talk about the image. You can just say figure 6. All right, so maybe you're talking about figure 6, you can reference it. Maybe you are doing something with your term paper or you're writing a project. You've given this image figure 6, figure 1, figure 2, any figure at all, figure A, figure So you now reference it at on page 7, figure 8. So that is how you actually format your pages. Okay. All right. So you can also come down to design. You can add watermark to your work. So you click on watermark. Now you add your watermark. Right. Maybe we just use this do not copy watermark. You can see do not copy. Then from there you can also actually change that watermark to your name if you want to. So that do not copy. You can come here and click on custom watermark. Now you can put there your name. Do not. So I can say talks. Let's say DO concepts. Okay. So then you can also actually change the font family of your text. You can change the size. You can change. Then you click on OK. Then apply. So you can see there duo concept. We have it there. So that's how we just add a page watermark. Then also from the page, we can also add colors. You can change your colors. So this page color is going to affect all the colors, all the pages, sorry. Okay, so it's going to affect all the pages now dependent on what you want to get. All right, so click on this, fine and good. So we have our page color being changed. Then also here, come here and add our borders now. Automatically, as a default, we always have a non-default. Now, if you want a border around your work, you just come here, click on box, then click on any type you want, choose this type, then you choose your border line. Is it a tick border? Is it a one line border or a dotted border or a dash border? So dependent on what you want. So if I pick this, now also you can change your width, the border width to some maybe 1.5. It will be thicker. Okay, so you click on OK. Now whole document or you want this section only. Now it's dependent on you if you want the border on all the document. So right now I want it on all the document. Click on OK. So you can see I have my border. All right, so I have my border and it is fine that way. So these are the best ways we can actually see something. Okay, so that's how we use our our Microsoft Word to explain or do something very fast. So I'll just go further right now and show you something in Microsoft Excel. So all these are the things you're going to learn in the main class. Are you getting this? You're going to learn all this in the main class, but to you need to be fully ready for the class. Okay, so you just need to be fully ready for the class. Hold on a sec. So fully ready for the class, and it's just for the token. All right, fully ready and just for a token. All right, so I'll show you what we can do with Excel immediately. So share my screen again. So for the Excel, let me minimize this. So this Microsoft Excel, click on it. The same way you have those ribbons and values and your menu bars, your ribbons and your groups, the same way we have it in Excel. So click on new. All right, so in Excel, we have cells, all these boxes you are seeing. So these are the menus. Now after the menu, we have the menu bar, we have the groups. Now we have, these are the groups. I also have the ribbons, same way we have it in Microsoft Word. Okay, so we have our cells. Now, every of these boxes you have here in Excel sheet is your box. So every of these boxes is your cell. Okay, all right. So what you're seeing here is a sheet. So if I click on another sheet, I can add another sheet, which is a sheet 2, just like you have your notebook. Just like you have your notebook, you have the first page, second page, third, you keep on flipping. It's the same thing you have in an Excel workbook. So here we have a sheet, we have another sheet here. So you can continuously add different sheets to your workbook. Okay, so in here we have our page layout, page break, and our normal. Now here you can use there to zoom. Okay, so with Excel, you can use Excel for quick formulas, for quick accounting, for quick bookkeeping, for data analysis, then for financial analysis, how to keep records of your business. Also in schools, we can also use Excel to compute results, put the results, and you're able to get the results very fast instead of you punching calculator every time to calculate 70% or calculate this value, calculate that value. But with Excel, you have finished making the formula, you finish programming it. Once you put the value, it will just give you automatically. So you don't need to start punching your calculator and making mistakes. So with Excel, once you have programmed it, there is no mistake, except you have made the mistake while you are programming it. Okay. Okay, so we have the cells. Now in Excel, we can simply do a simple calculation. Maybe I'll just say addition. Okay, I have this in this cell, I put 1. In this other cells, I put 2, I put 3. Okay, any value here, I put 4. Okay, so I want to add all these values together. What I'll just do a simple formula for addition equals to sum. All right, then open my bracket, close the bracket. Then I'll highlight from the beginning here to the end. These are the values I want to add together. Then click on enter. Boom. See, immediately you have gotten your value 8 out. So with this now, you don't need to start punching your calculator. Now, this is just a simple value. At times you might have values up to millions, have values up to millions with thousands in it, with hundreds in it. So will you be punching your calculator to get that? Oh no, you don't need to do all that. But you can just put in your values in Excel and immediately you get your value out. Also in Excel, you have days of the week. Now, once you have days of the week, I just come down here. There's this crosshair here. So you click on it at this edge, then you drag down, it autofills itself. So Excel is ready to autofill value for you itself. Okay. Now also you have a value that is coming 1, and you have another value 2. All you do in Excel, you don't need to start typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. All you do is highlight these 2 values, then drag down. Boom, it autofills itself. So Excel is just ready, is very, very ready to help you make your work fast. Okay, so all this you're going to learn in the class coming September. You don't need to just start think, how do I do it? Excel is hard. I need to update, I need to go fast in the office. No, with this now, you can now be with what you have known, what you are trying to get, the knowledge you get will now make you 50 steps, 100 steps ahead in the office, in your business, in everything that you are doing. Okay. All right. So that's how we have it. Then also we can come here and change the style of this table. Okay, you can change the style of this table, the color. You can come here and change the color fill. You can see that. So it will just affect everything there. All right. So inside the Excel, we also have charts. Also have, you can add pictures, you have charts. Now charts for your data analysis and the rest. Okay. So if I have this, let me say, let's create a simple quick chart with this. I highlighted these two, and let's click a recommended chart. Just click recommended chart. Fine, you can see this is a chart. Let's click on this one. Fine and good. Now, from what we got here, we now created a chart with Excel very fast. Now, it is this chart that most times you use to explain details of the company sales. Do you have profit? Was there a loss? It is from the chart when you're making your presentation. It is very, very easy to use your chart to talk rather than using values. When you're using values, nobody listens. But by the time you see, they see the pictograph of what you are explaining, they see the pictures, they say, okay, fine, this is what you're trying to explain. So that is how we'll do more in this course. This course will help you will open your mind into learning so many things. All right. So it will learn you to learn so many things. You don't need to start thinking, "Ah, I don't know it. I'm just starting." It is when you are not ready to push, you'll be like, okay, the whole thing is looking so complex. No, but by the time you're ready to push, you find out that it is very, very easy. Okay. So come here, you can change your chart and come here and say uh, numbers versus days. Okay, as my chart title. Now I'm clicking on OK. So fine. Okay, we have it this way. So 0, 1 to 10. At Tuesday, we had 9 here. This is when you can see that. All right, so we can learn so many, many things inside here. We can also insert pictures, insert shapes, insert maps, pivot charts, page layout, and the rest. So inside the course, we will learn so much in here. All right. So before we leave, let's go and see what we can do with. Let's go and see what we can do with PowerPoint. It's just for just 30 minutes. I don't think I'm not making it so long so you don't get bored. But you get everything inside the course. So let's look for PowerPoint. There's a PowerPoint. Now, if you don't have it here, you can just type and look for it. So we have a PowerPoint. I think it's here, but I can't find it immediately. So PowerPoint is used for presentation. Okay, PowerPoints are used for presentation. So we click on the new. It still has the same things that you have for your Microsoft Word, your Microsoft Excel. The same menu, ribbons, and groups. Okay, you have it that way. Now for your PowerPoint, you always have a start place, say learn office